What's up, everybody? It's Twister here again, and today we're gonna have a tutorial on dubstep. Yeah, that's right, dubstep, because it's fun, and I got requests for it because I had this wobble that you could download for free, and I saw this like highest rated comment was like, "Make a dubstep tutorial!" Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! What the hell do you call it? Is it exclamation? Yeah, exclamation mark. Whatever. So I've got a simple dubstep like thing here, and we're just gonna go through on how you make a drum loop and like fix the wobble. And because I got requests or a question from people that didn't know how to change the speed of the wobble, but we're gonna go through that today. So we're just gonna get started. And by the way, I'm sorry for not like uploading any videos in a long time. I've just been really busy, you know. I've had a lot of work in school. I still have, and I'm really stressed out and shit. And my brain is going to pieces, and I gotta finish my album. I have like one song like to finish, and you know, I've gotta upload some shit to my other channels, and I just got so many things to do. I got a job now, or almost. I'm like editing photos and like fixing, cleaning up and stuff for some guy. And I'm also working around the clock for people on YouTube. That gives me like sponsorship and so on. But yeah, sorry for not making any tutorials, but this will be the first one in the new era. So let's just get started. So dubstep. In every dubstep song, you'd like to have a cool drum roll or loop. So it can't just be like because that sounds kind of empty. So you need something going on. So let's listen to the loop I've done here. So that's kind of simple, but still sounds cool. So it might look hard. Oh shit, I just hit my freaking share. Whatever. Yeah, it might look complicated, but it's not. So we're just gonna look on how I did this. Normally you would have your drums like, whoops, holy banana, like this. I'm just gonna shut off all the other sounds. Hold on. Like this. But most dubstep songs don't have that, or I actually never heard a dubstep song with that kind of kick in it. So what you wanna do is to make it uneven. So as you see here, I made like one, and instead of going right here, I made it two steps between. I have 1 and 2 steps here selected up in here. So it sounds like 1 and 2. It might sound weird now, but with a snare and some hi-hats it sounds cool. So if you're confused by how it sounds, you can always add a snare at every middle of it. In the middle of every number, if you can say so. You just put a snare, and then it will be easier to hear how it sounds. So listen to it. So you see, I didn't make it like this because it sounds weird. Let's listen to it, how it would sound. Yeah, you hear, it sounds kind of weird. It works, but not for dubstep, pretty much. So just put it like this. I usually have the rule of putting 2 of these small thingies, 1, 2, in between, or where it should have been. So like this, you see, it should have been here, but I moved it 2 steps forward, and this should have been here, but I moved it 2 steps backwards. So that's kind of cool. And the same thing here, just 2 steps, but I used another one. And yeah, I hope you get the point. If you don't, you can just copy my freaking drum roll right here. Pause the video and do that. So the snare is already fixed. It should be in every half of this. And the cymbal or the hi-hat, you can just do it on pretty much all of these, so it sounds like that. Pretty cool and easy. So the cymbal is just simple step. But now I'm just gonna remove these actually because they're just confusing. All right, I don't care. There we go. So we got the basic drum loop going. But now we need some, like, you know, change in the whole drum loop so it doesn't sound like same all the time. So I just took some random cymbals from wherever I could find, like this one and that one, and I just placed them where I think they fit. It doesn't have to be in any specific place. I just thought it was cool like this, so I just added them. Let's listen. So like that. Sounds cool. So we got the drum loop going. I'm actually just gonna do this. Just gonna move them up. If you don't know how to do that, by the way, I found out like a few months ago because I had no idea. You just hold your Alt key while having the one of these selected, the sounds you want to move, and just pressing the up key or down key depending on where you want it to go. So hold Alt and up or down to move it. Pretty goddamn awesome, if I can say it myself. So now we want to move on to the wobble. So if you haven't already, you can download the wobble bass that I've put in one of my videos. I'll put a little annotation thing up here, which you can click on to go directly to that video. But so download that wobble, and we'll get started. So here we have it, and it sounds like this. And what I wanted to do is to make have a dark wobble going. So it sounds like this. Like that. Pretty goddamn awesome. So that's how my melody goes. You can change it however you want to, but that will affect like the other things we're gonna do. So keep that in mind. It gotta be you gotta have it in mind that you need to remember or keep the melody in a way that you can actually remember and use later. So just make a melody that you like, not too complicated because that will ruin it pretty much. So don't just put like notes everywhere like this, because that would sound fucked up. So don't do that. Maybe I should make one of those dubstep songs. Whatever. So, and some of you people ask me how I changed the speed of my wobble. And here's the magic. I'm just gonna do this. Here is the magic. You open the wobble, and in filter 1 here, you have a little knob called speed, or SPD. That's the speed knob. And if you want to change the speed of your wobble, you just right click this little knob and press create automation clip. And that'll bring up an automation clip of the speed into your playlist. So if you want to change the speed of your wobble, you just put the wobble into the playlist like so, as I have here, pattern 2. It's going like this. You don't need to drag it all over because it's enough with one of these, unless you want to change the speed from like low to fast or the other way. But I'll keep it one speed. So what I did here, it was like down here from the beginning, but I raised it a little bit. So let's listen to what I mean. That's the speed I have now. But if I drag it down, it will go. So here, very different. So if you want to change the speed like to low and high, you do exactly the same as you would in a normal automation clip. You just put these little dots out and you can change it however you want to. Like this. Like that. You can change the speed however you want. really, really great. But I have the speed I want, so this is great. Now we have a wobble and we have a drum loop. So let's listen to it this far, how it sounds.